Welcome to the Garim Avtar Show. In today's episode, I have with me Udayan Mane, who is a professional golfer on the Professional Golf Tour of India and the Asian Tour with 12 wins so far. He is the only professional golfer to win twice in his rookie year, the only professional golfer to win the season finale tour championship twice, Order of Merit winner of the 2020 and 2021 season. Currently, he has the lowest scoring record of 26 under par on the PGTI. He represented India in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. And he is one of the two players in the history of Indian professional golf to win 3 tournaments in a row. Thanks for joining me, Udayan. Such a pleasure to have you on my show.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's an honor for me to be here and spread the word about golf and what all I've been through.
Totally amazing to have you. So, please tell me about your golf journey and what have been your learnings from your journey.
There are a lot of adjectives that I can use to describe my golfing journey. It's fun, it's hard, it's challenging, it's unknown, it's ongoing, and it's soul satisfying. And most importantly, it's exciting. Let's see, I started playing golf at the age of 12 in Bangalore. My brother and my dad used to play every weekend in KGA. And they used to come back home with all these stories of how they made pars and birdies and how much fun they had. And I just want to be a part of those stories. So with a little encouragement from my mum, I went along with my father and brother and discovered that I had a natural knack for the game. I made a group of friends at the golf course who were luckily my age. And suddenly, the game became very competitive and all of us wanted to sort of take it to the next level. We kept pushing each other on to get better and better. And as I began to start playing and winning and competing in events, it just seemed like a natural career path to take. I'll be honest, it was a very tough decision for me. At the time, I was just 12 years old, and especially because I was really into horse riding and cricket and football and basketball and swimming. In fact, I was a national level swimmer, national level horse rider. I played cricket and basketball and football for the state. But somehow golf won that battle of sports. And it became the sport that I love the most. I'm very fortunate to have super supportive and understanding parents that trusted me to make decisions for myself. And I'm very grateful to them, to say the least. Since golf is an individualistic game, from a very young age, I learned to be comfortable by myself, push myself, believe in myself, and depend on myself. Like ever since I was 12 years old, I was traveling alone, staying alone. I ate dinner alone. So a lot of these things that for the first time that I experienced, I had to get comfortable with them as time went on and the more I played. It is fair to say that golf sort of inculcates these attributes from a really young age. And there will be times of uncertainty, there will be hardships, there will be doubts that come into your mind. And I believe that these things help you grow. They teach you as you go along. And you figure things out by yourself. So I don't think many other sports would have taught me the things that golf gave me an opportunity to learn by myself. A lot of the sports are team sports. So even if you're not playing too well, you can always sort of lean on someone else and depend on them. In golf, it's individual. You have to lean and trust yourself and carry yourself forward through tough times. And there will be highs and lows. There will be peaks and troughs. There will be mountains and valleys in your career, and you just have to learn to deal with them by yourself. And through this process over the years, a lot of these decisions and these hardships have come to define me and my character. A major learning that I've had about myself is that I'm a fighter, a competitor that doesn't know how to give up. In fact, I'd like to call myself a peaceful warrior. And the three major learnings that I've had from my journey so far is that if I focus on my diet, my exercise, and just loving what I do, I seem to excel at the game that I love. Obviously, I've had to train myself to follow a diet. I'm a big foodie. I love food, but I've had to train myself to curb certain group of foods that I'm not allowed to binge on or go wild on and things like that. I'm not the best exerciser still. I still take some time to get myself into the gym and convince myself like, hey man, you have to go and you have to do this. So every day it's finding that spark of motivation and just getting myself to the gym. And if I just show up to the gym, then everything else takes care of itself. Like the drive takes over, and before you know it, you're done with your session.
Awesome.
And it's something that I've worked on over the years. And loving what I do, it didn't take too much effort to love what I do, especially because like golf at 12 years old, taking it seriously gave me a chance to be out of school as well. So and hang out with people my age. So it was all these three things combined, which I've learned the most about myself.
Awesome. Okay. So I would like to talk about, the three main attributes that I think are important for golf and even for any other sport. The first I would like to, I would want to talk about is the mental focus and the awareness. Like, so how do you, perform well under pressure, and, how do you take care of, the distractions that may be happening around you? And also at the same time, become aware of, things like the wind direction, angle of the swing, and, other factors. So how do you do that?
Okay, so feeling pressure is natural. I'm a human being at the end of the day, and I train myself for these kind of situations, and I reinforce the fact that I'm a great player again and again. It's a daily kind of ritual, and I've had my share of situations where I haven't dealt with pressure in the best way. To be more specific, I haven't really performed well on the international circuits as per my expectations or the level of play that I'm capable of. I realized that I was trying to compare myself to other players and not focusing on what I'm there to do, which is score and play the golf that I know I'm capable of. So what I did was I changed my focus from focusing on or comparing myself to players and changed it to just beating the golf course. And this really helped me overcome pressure and things like awareness and mental focus. All that is also can be worked on. And as far as the wind direction and circumstances, that happens through a lot of practice, just sheer hard work and a lot of practice, and putting yourself in those situations which you can emulate in a tournament.
Sure, sure. I think that makes so much of sense. Another attribute I wanted to talk about was confidence. So, how do you remain confident throughout the tour? And when I'm saying confident, it's about, not losing heart when you are, if you're not playing to the best of your, the best game or something. So, how do you remain confident throughout? I mean, because it's a long tour.
I think an important question for everyone to ask themselves is, where do you get confidence from? For me personally, I derive confidence from every source. from the work I put in into my game, from the self-talk, from my team and coaches, from my family, from my friends, and I just keep reminding myself of how good I am. It's very natural to feel down. It's very natural to be upset, but I think it's important to uh, keep sort of figure out a solution. And what I mean by that is you can use visualization techniques to see yourself winning, to see yourself hitting a good shot, to performing well. And if you have a mentor or if you have a role model, I think you can visualize them talking to you and you talking back to them. Or you ask a simple question like, if my mentor is say Tiger Woods, I'll ask myself, what would Tiger Woods do in this situation? And I think a lot of answers come from that simple question being asked.
It makes so much of sense. And what do you think about discipline? What do you think about goal setting?
Uh, Very important. I've had problems with goal settings in the sense that in 2020 and 2021, I managed to tick off so many boxes from my goals list that in 2022 I was kind of left goalless, and it wasn't till half of or midway of 2022 that I realized shit, I'm working in the dark. I'm not really working towards anything. And beginning of 2023, the first thing on the agenda was to have goals again and to work towards it. And I think if you have a big goal, you should make smaller goals, like just divide them into smaller goals and work on the smaller goals slowly so that it forms the bigger picture of the bigger goal. And goals are very, very important. It has the ability to shape your career or not shape it, and you just be like everyone else. So, goals and setting tasks for yourself is super critical. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, any other kind of mindset or skill that you would like to talk about that helps in any sport?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think perseverance is very underrated as a skill. Everyone loves an underdog, and the work that's put in behind the scenes, which is unnoticed, goes a long way. And the only way to achieve that and what it's fueled by is perseverance, and that's a hallmark of every great athlete. So I think perseverance is definitely top of that list.
No, no, totally, totally. I totally, get you. So, what's the message that you like to give to the upcoming young athletes?
I would urge every young athlete to not miss out on education. The deal I had with my parents was that I'd finished my undergraduate degree, and then only was I allowed to turn professional because my parents were convinced that a sportsman is not one dimensional. He should or she should be multidimensional. And the way my mother explained it to me was diamond is cut in a lot of different ways for it to shine. And the same way, that's what education does for you. It improves your social skills, it improves your conversational skills. You won't be dull in a party or with friends or with people that you can talk to. And I think that's one of my goals is to be an intellectual sports person as well. And I can interact with others coherently. And on a performance note, my message to the younger generations would be to avoid the pull of immediacy. Now everything is available, to you at the touch of a button. But if you want to master something and become skillful at your art, you have to put in the work. You have to put in the hours. Don't get frustrated if it's not happening or if you can't attain that skill yet. And I think that's because of today's world of immediacy. So I say, please don't be pulled in by immediacy, really.
No, I think it's a wonderful message. Thank you so much, Udyan. Here, let's come to the rapid fire questions, and these will be like short
Yeah,
one line answer. One word answer.
done, done.
Yeah, shall we go ahead with it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Great, super. Okay, what's your favorite golf course?
I have two favorite golf courses. One is Karnataka Golf Association, where I grew up, and the other one is Kalhar Blues and Greens in Ahmedabad.
Wonderful. So, how do you keep yourself motivated?
Um, monitoring my goals and visualizing myself achieving them.
Fabulous. That's a great answer.
Thank you.
What's the best advice that you've ever got?
It's from a very personal friend of mine, this gentleman named Arpan Lahiri. So all the golfing community and more know him. Don't look at it as an expense, but look at it as an investment.
Awesome. So, do you have any pre-game ritual or something?
99% of the time, I will listen to Eminem and put myself into a very
Okay.
competitive zone. And Eminem music does that for me.
Wow. Super. Your any favorite quote?
Yeah, Muhammad Ali. Don't count the days, make the days count. And what we think, we become by Buddha, Gautama Buddha.
Awesome.
I have one more favorite quote by Bruce Lee,
Please tell me.
where he says, empty your mind, be formless, be shapeless like water. Water can take the shape of a cup, it can take the shape of a teapot, it can crash and it can flow. So be like water.
Absolutely, that's one of my favorites as well. So, who's your role model?
Vijay Singh.
Why?
I feel like I've got my work ethic from him. I feel like he's the only one who took Tiger down in his prime, and Tiger was God in his prime, and he's the only one who took him down. So a lot of respect for him, and I'd like to achieve what he has achieved someday.
Awesome. Any film or book that inspired you the most?
Book, because I think it's way more, let's say, not only educational, but it's way more inspiring to read a book than watch a movie. So I would say The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
Okay, lovely. What's your hidden talent?
I think one of my hidden talents is I bring comfort in very tense moments for my family members and friends.
Oh, that's sweet. So, what's your biggest dream?
To win multiple golf majors. Yeah,
Oh, nice, nice. The best thing about golfing?
you get to compete with yourself.
And best golfing memory?
I won 3 tournaments in a row. I had to win this tournament just before COVID hit to qualify for the Olympics, and I did win it. And I ended up going to the Olympics. And the fact that I'm the only one who's won two tour championships, and it's got the best field that we ever have. So I won 2 of those. So that's pretty nice. That I'm pretty happy about that.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, what's your most embarrassing moment?
Uh, oh my God, my mom's gonna laugh
That's
at
going to be
this,
fun.
and she'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But when I was mistaken for my mother's brother.
Oh, that's fine. That's okay. That happens sometimes. Okay,
I love my mom, yeah, so I have to say that one.
oh, your mom must be looking very, very young, I'm sure then. If that's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, so what's your side passion?
Cooking breakfast for my family on Sundays and generally every weekend.
Nice. Okay, proudest accomplishment so far?
Um, Becoming an Olympian. That's something I'll carry to my grave. So I think that's pretty cool.
Super. Thank you so much. And with this, we come to the end of the show. Thank you, Udayan, for joining me in this absolutely fantastic session.
Thank you so much for having me, and you asked some really in-depth and insightful questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for listening to today's episode with your host, Garma Aftar. See you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.